Okay, so today is day 6, and I see that I sent a video yesterday, but it bounced back on a lot of people. I think I had too much in the video. I mean, too much on the email. Some people got some pictures, but out of 20 people, I think 12 or 13 bounced back. So I'll resend those this morning. Sadie, I see you've been in here just digging up everything. Everybody's doing really great. Just a busy time. Of course, this is the Christmas season, so so anyway, I don't really have a whole lot to say. I mean, most of the stuff I said was in yesterday's video. I am going to resend. I just turned off the heat lamp, one of the heat lamps. Everybody's doing really well. Their coats are starting to come in really nicely. Really dark chocolate, which, you know, we're always proud of that. One of the great things that I just learned that has nothing to do with these puppies necessarily is that I got Phoebe, my new female, who I just loaded pictures of on my website, but all of her information's not up. Like her pedigree's not up yet. And there's more pictures I need to put up. I just haven't had time. But in being so concerned about, I really want to have somebody in Sadie's, I would really like to have a dog from Sadie's line when Sadie retires, and I haven't been able to find that just because her pups are just spectacular. And so I'm going through Phoebe's lineage yesterday and just checking to see, it's just what we do as breeders, or what we should do as breeders. We want to make sure that the line is a good line, which I already knew when I got her, from her father's side anyway. Well, when I went to look closer at her lineage, at Phoebe's lineage, it's actually Sadie's lineage. She and Sadie are related. And it's just a phenomenal discovery. Sadie's dad's name was Beauregard, and I actually met him, and he was a beautiful dog way back in, gosh, years ago. Anyway, I hadn't seen that line anywhere. Well, it looks like Phoebe's great-grandfather is actually Sadie's grandfather. And so the line of chocolates pick up from there. And so I'm still, 2 days later, I'm still blown away. Actually, I was going through this the day before yesterday. So we may end up with some puppies very similar to this out of Phoebe. If I can breed her to a chocolate, I'm going to breed her to Andy, and we'll see what comes of that. The chocolates may not be as dark, and we may have more of a red chocolate since they both carry red and chocolate. But we are really, I'm very, very excited about that. Now, if you look at the two boys here, you can see a little difference in their color if it shows up on camera, what I'm looking at through my phone. You can see that, gosh, I can't see their feet, so I can't tell who's who, but I want to say this pup here on the left, you can see his red is showing through a little bit. He's got a little bit of red highlights in his coat. And then Woody here, he is darker. See how dark he is? You can see some red under his coat. And Havanese change colors all the time. So this could very well, they could reverse, and he could become darker, and he could become, his red could start to come out a little bit more. But you can see their red. But you can certainly see the difference in their coat color. But this is why I love to feed Life's Abundance. I'll put a plug in for that really quickly. You can see the shine on their coats. I mean, it's just a phenomenal food. I've used tons of other foods, but I've been with Life's Abundance for 6 years, I think, 7 years. And I used them for a couple of years, and they were trying to get me to be an agent, and I wouldn't be an agent. Now I am an agent just because of all the great attributes that it showed for my larger dogs, who we no longer have, but Flyer lived to be 17, and he was a rescue. and then of course my shepherd had cancer, and they gave him 6 months to live, and he lived. I changed his food and did a couple of things, and he lived an additional 3 years. So I attribute all of that to life's abundance. I'm not going to touch her because she has such a hard time getting comfortable. She thinks her mother's in the box, and she starts searching. So let's see what happens when her brother goes up alongside of her. I'm not sure who that is crying. Is that you crying? Yeah, he's carrying on just a little bit, but he's fine. He's just not having the best dream right now. Well, I have to go out and feed my bigger dogs. I actually slept until 7:45. I never do that. I was down here at 3 a.m. and I just could not get it together this morning. Trying to prepare for Christmas, praying the puppies aren't born on Christmas, and I have people coming. And I remember the last time I had actually it was Sadie. Several years ago, she had puppies on Christmas morning at 9 a.m. She started birthing, and I had people coming. I tried to get dinner. My poor daughter, who was a young teen back then, she had to do most of the dinner, and it all worked out in the end, and we had a great time. But if Sadie wasn't a phenomenal mom, which she is, she makes life easy. So I'm waiting for my other girls to pick up and do like she does. These are brothers. Trying to wake up his little brother. He's trying to suck on his foot. Sadie, I think your babies are hungry. Do you want to come in? I am going to take her coat off. I think the temperature is supposed to rise in another couple of days, so I'm going to probably groom her and cut her coat down. Okay. Well, I see my neighbors have dogs in their yard that I don't know. They always have dogs over there. Always makes me nervous. Today it's a beagle. Because my dogs they don't get along well with my dogs when they bring in, for unfriendly dogs. So yeah, so they are 6 days old, almost a week old. That's hard to believe. Maybe by this time next week their eyes will be open. Okay, gotta go do breakfast for everybody.